Hello, you guys. Safo and I just came home from a good walk, a windy walk, uh, because we have storm up here, and I do like a good little storm. Now it's the spring, or the spring is coming on, so we don't have the very harsh northwestern storms that we get in the autumn up here at the northwest coast. But it's a southwestern storm, but it is with pretty significant winds. I'm gonna just turn you and have you look out my kitchen window facing north. Um, and the reason why I did not take you on the walk and film outside is that the wind is just howling everywhere and you wouldn't be able to hear anything because it would go in the microphone. So I'll have to make the stormy video from indoors, but I hope you can see the trees move. Maybe you can even hear a little bit. I'm gonna shut up and see if you can hear it. Maybe not. They're good windows, these. But I've been watching some of the branches break off these two bigger trees in the garden. And of course it's not the biggest of branches that are falling down, but if they fall from 8, 9 or 10 meters high up, 30 feet up, and a branch like that breaks and falls down on the back of a little dog, on the head of her mom, that's no fun. So you're going to be a little bit careful when you walk out, but we have to walk out. I have to activate Sappho. I have to empty her a little bit a few times, but it is really rough out there today, and it's getting worse. And it is just about 65 miles per hour winds in the middle wind, and then with even stronger gusts of wind than that. So it's windy, and I kind of like it. The police and the authorities have cautioned people. We are not at that level where they have warned people, but we have been cautioned when you venture outside to, just be diligent and take care, and especially if you drive in taller cars or trucks, buses. The bridges in the country are closed mostly, and the ferries, all kinds of ferries, are not sailing, mostly not. The storm is set to last 48 hours, so today is the first day. It's going to storm all day, and I do believe it's even going to be a little bit stormier towards tonight. I'm going to show you. This is facing south, and we were over here early in the morning in a little piece of forest over here, and it was actually very quiet inside the forest, and then we could look up and the treetops were swaying like these minor trees here are, and we can hear the wind howling up at the treetops. But down at our level it was kind of calm. So I was, of course, completely overdressed and had put on way too much clothes because I was afraid the wind was going to howl right through me, and that's going to be cold. But when you are inside a forest where it wasn't that bad, at the bottom of the forest, I was hot. So now we've just been out, now we've just been out to the north side and running on the fields out there and catching sticks, and that was real windy, and And I like that because, you know, you can lean into the wind. You can really lean into it or put your back up against the wind and just get pushed with the wind, and makes you feel insignificant and small, and in the good way, in that way where you know that nature will always have more power than you. You cannot tame nature in any way. You can try, and you can, but you need to work with it. So I'm not going out bicycling today. Absolutely not. I did go out bicycling yesterday. It was heavy wind as well, but I have borrowed the e-bike, the battery bike, from my uncle. And going home from the grocer's, the wind was right in my face, but I just pushed the button and let the bike help me. So I was kind of drawn home. It's a weird feeling because we all know, especially in Denmark, because we've been bicycling since we were before we could walk almost. We know the feeling of bicycling, pedaling up against the wind. And I personally, I get angry with it. I really take it as a personal insult when the wind really tries to stop me when I'm bicycling. And it doesn't. Yeah, it does, but it can't because the bicycle is just helping me along. So you trample along as normally, but if I didn't have that battery helping me, I know the feeling. My body remembers the feeling of standing up in the pedals and having to fight through the wind or against the wind. And I didn't have to do that yesterday. It's magical. You can just sit on your sofa bicycle and just pedal normally, even if the wind is just trying to push you back. You push right through it. So that's nice. But today I'm not going out bicycling because there are wind gusts. There's this middle wind of 65 miles per hour, and the gusts in between are much stronger and unexpected. You don't know from what side they come. So it can be a bit dangerous to be out there. So we're cautioned. We're not warned. It's not that dangerous. It's not that high category storm, but it is storm with hurricane winds in the wind gusts. So we're cautioned to stay indoors if we don't absolutely have to go out. I do absolutely have to go out with Sappho, and we'll do that, but you're not looking at your feet. You're not looking at where you step when you go out in a garden and under taller trees. You have to look up all the time because the wind is so loud. It makes loud sounds in the treetops. So you wouldn't be able to detect if a branch was breaking or if it's just hitting against, they're just hitting against each other. So you have to look up when you go under the taller trees all the time to see if anything breaks. You wouldn't hear it. You wouldn't hear it. So in that way it's dangerous, but we just we're careful and we look up, and then we enjoy being out in the wind. And Sappho's not used to those stronger winds, so she really looked a little when she went from where we were sheltered here in the garden and out on the open field. It was sort of, what? What's the wind doing to me? And she could look at me and she could see that, whoa, it's just the wind. It's doing the same thing to Mom. So she calmed down and she had fun. But those wind gusts that really take her and press her a little bit down towards the field, she's not scared, but she's a bit surprised. She's never tried that. So we had fun, and she loves being out anyway, and we threw some sticks. And now we're going to stay in. Maybe I will make you a new video tonight because they say the storm is a little bit growing into the evening. Should be 48 hours, and then we have springtime, I think, on the other side of it. So I hope you all have a very nice Easter Sunday out there, whether you celebrate Easter or not. I do hope you have a few days off of your job, maybe, to have a little bit of a vacation with your families and your loved ones. And I am just going to take it easy. And I'm going to try to make a document today on this phone, on this device, so that I can send applications out for work, because you don't do that with paper anymore. I haven't done this for 20 years. Just had jobs here and there through my network. So I'm going to mail out or send out applications. And there are certain ways that you have to do that and attach this and that I never tried before. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to fabricate that this afternoon and get some applications for jobs sent, mailed away. And then we'll see if I get a job soon. I really need to. So, but being off and just having time with Safu is wonderful. It just doesn't make me any money, and I need that. So, yeah, so I need to put a bit of effort into that, even if we just want to go outside and play in the wind. There will be more, maybe with wind, maybe when the wind has died down, but there will be more from Safa and I. She's just asleep, so I'm not going to make her say goodbye. So you'll have to do with me, and I could turn you to the window so you can see a little bit of the trees saying goodbye. So have a nice one, everyone. Be careful out there under the tall trees, and I will see you on the next one. Bye-bye, everyone.